It's a Monday edition of Adu and the Guru, of course, comes to you every Monday. And today's edition is a public holiday because yesterday was May Day, the International Labor Day. And today is also the celebration for Muslim faithfuls around the world after the month of Ramadan. So it's good to have you tune in this lovely Monday morning. My name is Adu, and you're welcome to Adu and the Guru. Of course, on this show, as always, we take you on, shall I say, a detailed analysis of the stories that made the rounds in the papers from the outgone week, top stories that are in the news, and of course, give you more beneath the surface analysis and explanation of these different stories. And more importantly, I'm not alone in the studio today. It's never Adu and the Guru if Adu is just all by himself. So I am joined by the editor-at-large of thenewsguru.com, a veteran journalist of over 40 years of experience, convener of Godwin the Guru on YouTube and many other platforms around the world. He's none other than the one and only Mr. Godwin Etakibuebo, the Guru. Good morning to you, sir.
You are welcome, Adu.
How you doing today?
Baka de Salah. Okay.
Is it Baraka?
Baka de Salah to my brothers, listeners all over the world. Then, how do I greet the workers? Today is their holiday.
Technically, both collapsed into one.
Yes. Holiday, workers, holiday, my Muslim brothers. But how do I greet? I have greeted my Muslim brothers. How do I greet the workers?
Receive your paycheck.
Okay. Because I will be very, very unfair and unfaithful if I should say Happy Workers' Day. Because there's nothing happy.
That's why I said receive your paycheck.
Okay.
That's a good way to make them happy.
Okay. That is, can paycheck go around them? ASU, are they expecting any paycheck at all? The students that have been at home for how many years now? Do they have paycheck? I don't know. There are parents that are waiting, very, very eager for the hours they send to school to finish university and come back and pick one or two assignments in the family. Paycheck? I think your recommendation should be thrown away this morning. Anyway, happy diluted Workers' Day. Diluted the many stories, and none of them are taking us to the promised land. You are welcome, Lagos Talks 91.3 FM. This is Adu and the Guru. We have a menu which we may follow, which we may not follow. If you misfollow the menu, because Adu will give it to you, you don't blame yourself. Neither would you blame the Guru. Because what you shall be having in place of those missed items will be so fantastic that you would want it at all given time to come. Once again, you are welcome. Let me start today by saluting a colleague. Of course, she's my colleague from sister station, Niger FM.
Yes.
Becca.
Becca.
We
can call her Rebe.
Okay. Rebe.
I'm sure she's listening. She'll be
Becca. Today is her birthday. And you need to see her. I was wondering when I ran into her a few minutes ago, could this be in Nigeria preparing for
going into space?
Because the dress, everything are fantastic. Nothing near what one would see very regularly in Nigeria. Then I knew that going into space, even the American astronauts, they don't go into space in America. They had to fly to... Would they go to Russia again to take off?
Well, Elon Musk has helped them solve that problem, so maybe no need.
No, because a few astronauts of America were there in space.
Yes.
Then Putin reminded them that this collaboration you are taking with NATO, we might leave your people there. Because they took them there. They are the only one that have the competency of bringing them back. Because of atmospheric pollution, America will not penetrate the ozone layer because what drops? But Russia are willing to pick the dollar and expose themselves and the space and the people to whatever it is. So, Rebecca, what? Sorry, what did you call yourself?
Rebe.
Yes. Becca, happy birthday to you.
Maybe I should ask you when you're here or not.
You want to add anything to her?
No, that's it. That's all I'll say.
Okay. Because she's your special colleague.
Well, she's my colleague, not special colleague. Special colleague.
Why should I even use the word special? I might try to create problems somewhere.
I don't know, Guru.
Nothing special between the relationship, in the relationship between Adu and Becca, or Rebe, than the cordial relationship existing between workers.
Yes.
And Adu has this aura of carrying everybody along with him. Adu is a saint. And that's the truth of it. If it's not, I would have told you. Like Jesus said that in my Father's house there are many mansions. So if
we're not so.
The mansions are many. If we're not so,
I would have told you.
So then again, there is a man who offered to be feeding us in this show.
Yes.
Andy Ushi. He owns the ginger and garlic fast food restaurants. A time I had to call him to beg him that he must not be preparing food for us every day, Monday to Wednesday. Because that was what he was doing. Because I look at the cost of the food. No. Now that the economy of Nigeria has been totally bastardized and the naira value is worth nothing more than the paper you pick from the dustbin, I called him and I explained to him that, please, even on Mondays, if you must be doing this, please learn from me first and foremost. If I have visitors, if I have guests or anything. Otherwise, small thing will be okay for us. In fact, I begged and begged and begged and begged until he accepted that. No, he did not even accept it. He said, okay, the guru, I will think of it. But suddenly, he's having afflictions here and there. One is that the restaurant at zone 2, police AIG zone 2, the AIG in charge of Lagos and Ogun State. He has a very, very good restaurant there. But recently, he pushing above 3 million to renovate the place to make it standard. Immediately after the renovation, what do they call those orders when they want to discard from Lagos State?
Eviction.
Is it eviction? No, eviction. Eviction would mean you are evicted.
But which one are you talking about?
But when they say that this building is not fit for this place because of so.
Demolition?
Is demolition not very close to destruction?
Well, they're very close.
Then they said that the place, he had been using the place over the years, but after spending 3.something million to make it more standard, to attract dignitaries, they said that the place is under the bridge as such, and the place was pulled down, demolished. Then another place he has at Mivatin. Yeah, Mivatin. Very good restaurant too. Mivatin is the headquarters of a special unit for fraud and that is something else, commanded by a commissioner of police. The new commissioner of police sent to that place to take command. One smooth speaking, beautiful, I was told, madam from Anambra State of origin is a commissioner of police. He got there and said, that place has been there for years. In fact, Ushe mother owned that place. And it had been there for all these years. The woman had given Ushe quit notice. This one, quit notice. Not yet demolished, but quit notice. So, Ushe, we stand by you. We stand with you because you never forgotten us, and therefore, we will do whatever we can do here to reach out to those that might be able to talk to the madam. At least, let he be, or let it be. Either she be, he be, or the restaurant, let it be. So those are two things. Then we are going to run through full list of things. There is a historical perspective. There is a knowledge dropbox. There is periscoping of the personal dramatics and some effects of the political party. And we should not forget that last week there were 4 items we mentioned here. They were just touched briefly, and we carried them over. The number 1 there was President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan entrance to the race through the platform of APC. Number 2 is that Northern Elders further divide Nigeria. When they presented 2 as the best from Northern Nigeria, that they sent them to Nigeria and said, okay, let Southern Nigeria bring their best and let them contest through what they call
consensus.
Okay. The reason for the consensus, which was introduced specifically by President Muhammadu Buhari, when he disagreed to sign the electoral reform that spoke only of direct primaries. He said there should be alternative of consensus, there should be alternative of... The real reason for that, we'll reveal it today. But if you cannot reveal it today, we'll take it across to next week to reveal it. So the APC presidential nomination form for 100 million naira, we spoke of it last week. Then army budget and why the war against terrorism cannot be won. Cannot be won until there is change of narrations. So this we will try to pick whatever one we will be able to pick. But today I think we should be able to talk about army budget and why the war against terrorism cannot be won. But it's coming under knowledge dropbox. We want to have the details of what is happening. Then the quote. After this quote, I will ask Adu to play the video clip we tried to play last week that did it. The army specifically, the army budget for 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022. And what is happening to it. So, how do we play that? But first of all, a quote. This quote is taken from Professor P.L.O. Lumumba, that guy from Kenya who's so knowledgeable, everything, and is being sorted for all over the world. He said, in Japan, a corrupt person kills himself. In China, they will kill him. In Europe, they will jail him. In Africa, he will present himself for election. I repeat, in Japan, a corrupt person kills himself. In China, they will kill him. That is the Chinese authority will kill him. In Europe, they will jail him. In Africa, he will present himself for election. Definitely, and he will win the election with accolades. Where is the position of Africa in relation to this? Where is the position of Nigeria? Really good. Historical perspective. In 1951, a politician bought a horse for a race at £50,000. The seller agreed to deliver the horse the next day. In the morning, that is the next day promise, he drove up and said, sorry son, but I have some bad news. The horse is dead. The horse that he sold for £50,000 and promised tomorrow came. After that is 24 hours, he came to the buyer because that one had paid money. He said, sorry son, I have bad news for you. What's the bad news, sir? He said, the horse you pay for that ought to be delivered today is dead. Let's follow. The politician replied, well, just give me my money back then. The seller said, can't do that. I've already spent it. The politician said, okay, then just bring me the dead horse. Please, let's follow the trajectory. Let's follow the story, the historical perspective. We are going somewhere. The politician said, okay, then just bring me the dead horse. The farmer asked, what are you going to do with it? The politician said, I am going to raffle it off to the people as a speed horse that can win the race. The seller responded, you can't raffle a dead horse. The politician said, sure, I can. Just watch me. You don't know the people. I will post wonderful pictures of a horse. Look at it. He didn't say, I will post wonderful pictures of the horse. But he said, I will post wonderful pictures of a horse. I just won't tell anybody it is dead. I will market it with propaganda and present him as a capable chasing criminals away. A month later, the seller met with the politician and asked, what happened with that dead horse? Politician replied, I raffled it off. I sold 1 million tickets at £2 each and made a profit of 2 million. The seller was dazed and asked, didn't anyone complain? The politician said, just the guy who won. I told him the horse died on our way to deliver. So I gave him back his £2 with apology. I told him I have refunded everyone. He consoled me and told me to keep it up, that I am a good man, that after all, I have suffered a lot of loss. He prayed for me and called on God to bless me, telling me that the country needs honest people like me to come and run for office. What is the lesson? The APC PDP political rifle ticket sellers are back, about to sell to us another dead horse in 2023. It is left for you if you will take it or if you not. It is left for you. Shall we learn from wisdom? Okay, I will do Friends of the Guru a favor. I will post this historical perspective to the page of Friends of the Guru. Adu.
Yes, sir. You want me to play the video now?
Or should we just...
No, I can play it now.
Okay. Please listen to the video. The budget for the army, not the military, because the military will consist of Army, Air Force, Navy. This is for the army. Not security agencies, because security agencies will consist of both the military, the police, and the national LS something D. So listen to the video. Please listen. We shall come back to it.
Army alone gutted 420 billion in 2020 budget. Only 16 billion for capital expenditure. The remaining 406 billion were for recurrent expenditure. In addition to this, there was 100 billion naira allocated for Operation Lafiya Dole. In 2021, we budgeted 460 billion for Nigerian Army alone. Only 29 billion was for capital expenditure. The remaining were for recurrent expenditure. In 2022, we budgeted 571 billion for Nigerian Army alone. Only 37 billion is for capital expenditure. The remaining were recurrent expenditure. Mr. Speaker, the truth of the matter is security in Nigeria has become a cash cow business. Mr. Speaker, it's a cash cow business. They don't want it to finish because they will realize that everybody's attention was diverted towards northeast. Okay, let them relieve northeast to some extent and move to northwest. After northwest, they move to southwest. Before you realize what is happening, the whole country is gutted with security challenges.
Yeah, welcome back. Did you listen to that? That is a member of the House of Representatives who is in the committee that disburses this money. What else do you want to hear? It is cow what?
Cash cow.
Cash cow business. And that is why this business will never finish. Because the very moment it's finishing, the cash in that cow is drying up and will dry up. Let me just reveal only one word here. We shall come back to the knowledge dropbox where we shall discuss this thing fuller. The one word here is that for 5 years, Buratai was the chief of army staff. Buratai happened to be a man who knew much about money making. Please, I didn't use the word money stealing, money making. He knows how to turn cash around to become more cash. Should I use the word he knows? Okay, he knows. He was chief of operations all the time that Alex is it Badi was chief of the first staff, approving all those money for operation. Now, when the ships were down, it was discovered that every month, as alleged, because the matter was in court where the man was murdered. I'm not going to describe the probable reason for him being murdered today. I think I mentioned it before, so it will not be suitable for this discussion. All these years, everything that came from the for attention of the man to approve was really put in order by Buratai when he was not yet a lieutenant general. But when Alex Badi, a four-star general, was to charge to court, the name of Buratai was missing. But that's not the point. The point is that Buratai was telling us through the commander-in-chief that Sabisa forest had been taken away. 5 times, the arm of the military he led told us how they killed Shekau Abaka. And after killing, then you see Abaka talking. Then they were telling us that the war, we shall still finish it. It has been finished. It has been
technically defeated.
They made Lai Mohammed to go and speak grammar that he did not even understand and sustain it. They were always asking for more money. And the president was always giving more money. I said it last week, and I will repeat it again. President Muhammadu Buhari invested more money in development of the military and security agencies to fight whatever we are fighting. The irony of it is that he has no technicality of monitoring the money I sent out. What did he achieve? What did he bring? So the results we are hearing were amount of money that went out. It is never compared and well against what the money was sent for. Did it come back? I shall touch this later. But the same Buratai, after leaving office, after 5 years of deceiving the Nigerians, he went to the National Assembly when he was to be confirmed as an ambassador and told them and told us and told Nigerians, I don't know whether Nigeria still remember this, that the war against insurgents, the Boko Haram, in the northeast, and he's from the northeast, will still be on for the next 20 years.
Yes.
20 years. Here was a man on the guise of collecting money with his colleagues anyway. Told us, oh, this has been defeated. Technically, this is gone. Only for him to come and open up that the war will still be on for the next 20 years. At that point, the Senate confirmed him. Because this is a Senate that will never antagonize, that will never do anything. Ahmed Lawal had told us, oh, by the way, Ahmed Lawal may end up being your president in 2023.
Well, interesting to see that he says he will declare this week.
Yes.
Just days away from the primary.
Not only this week, not only him, about 3 other Northerners will declare. You want me to give you their name?
I think I have a clue already.
Aha. So they will declare. Because Adamu Abdullahi, the man who was being pursued by EFCC, and despite those things hanging on him, is the only candidate that the president can rely on, because he's a man who can fight corruption like the president, made him chairman of APC. Had said, we have no regrets on the 1 million form payment. But that is not where I'm going. So when Buratai now told the Nigerians this, what was the expectation of the National Assembly? No, the Senate specifically, because the House of Representatives, they don't have duties on that. So this is now the reasons of why, or what the House of Representatives member committee of this have just told you. Now you knew how much was voted for the army under Buratai. Buratai, who told us that the soldiers finished, only to tell us that it will continue. So he expected, if Buhari were able to sit for 20 years, he would have been collecting our money, doing what with our money, doing that was the money was not budgeted for. We will come to know all this one. Now we should know it, because the man has said is a cash cow, and it will never end. So Nigeria is surprised that from insurgency alone, we have now moved, insurgency of northeast, we have now moved to northwest, where bandits have taken over. Meaning somebody is helping to sponsor the movement to spread around, so that the cash cow will never die, will never end.
I remember the cash cow is never taken to the slaughter.
Allah care you. Thank you for that. Because if you slaughter it, that's the end of the cash. And what the people needed is, what these people, what they need is the cash, the Nigeria cash. All right. We shall come to the percentage. The man has just told us. We shall come on the larger scale. When we shall analyze, that will be the knowledge dropbox. I don't know. If I miss it today, please. I'm not confused. But the thing is so interwoven. Please accept it like that. You will pardon me for that. Because we shall come to the analysis of 7 years, 12 trillion had been allocated to defense. 12 trillion to fight this battle. President Muhammadu Buhari would always bring the budget, meaning he allocated the money. We should thank him for remembering that. Let me give these people money. Let me buy equipment for them. Everything they ask, he had always given. But unfortunately, my president is not in the habit of waiting to say, okay, you are back from the market. Show me those things you bought. It is not the President Muhammadu Buhari calculation. So he will only know, I gave them money. What is happening? Have they not finished? He will never say, he will never ask. The money I gave to you, you specifically say you want to purchase one. Where are those materials? But what Muhammadu Buhari did not tell us, Babagana, Mogunu, the National Security Advisor, told us that those things, they said the boat never arrived. That the new chief of army staff who took over did not meet anything. The new chief of naval staff who took over did not meet anything. The new chief of air force that took over did not. But those services, we now know how they consumed the money. Because when the Nigerian Air Force was to build the university, it was built in Bauchi. When Buratai, the Nigerian army, was to build the army university, it was built somewhere in the northeast. When Ukom, what is his name, the chief of naval staff then, was to build the university, it was built somewhere in Akwa Ibom. Okay, let us go on that. Adu, what is the, just mention there, to fulfill all righteousness?
On today's menu, we have the following items. 6 of them. Osibajo, I have decided to run. I owe no one else any allegiance. And that is from the This Day newspaper. Item 2 is Indonesia bans palm oil exports. Nigeria unable to seize lucrative opportunity. And that is from the Premium Times. Item number 3, battle against terrorists will end soon. The words of the president, captured from the Daily Trust. Item 4, how the plan against Tinubu is progressing, and that is from the Vanguard newspaper. And the Eid celebration, why we disobeyed the Sultan. The Sokoto Sheikh has finally spoken. This is from the Daily Trust as well. And last but not least, item 6, 2023 presidency. Lawan to pick nomination forms, declares this week. And the Vanguard has that story.
Thank you very, very much. God will bless you and keep on blessing you, as we always say. These are very short things. The one that we really learn much from is Indonesia bans palm oil exports. Nigeria unable to seize lucrative opportunity because Nigeria import a lot of palm oil from Indonesia.
Who, by the way, came to import... No, it was Malaysia.
That was Malaysia in 1962.
Came to take a lot of palm kernels
from Benin. The seedling, they came. And Malaysia had, apart from being the largest exporter of palm oil in the world, it has turned its auto industry to operate, to use a palm kernel to operate it. They don't need to dig it down into any place. It's on the surface. But Nigeria keep on. Only last year, I think Nigeria imported $500 million palm oil from Indonesia. So when Indonesia now ban the export of its oil, if Nigeria were to keep pace of being number one, Nigeria would have grabbed that opportunity to take over the market worldwide. So that's a short story. It is that one that I will return back maybe tomorrow under Money Digest because of the economic impact and how the road we ought not to follow is what we followed and is what we are following today. Osiba just said that when he swore oath of office, he swore it was to the constitution and the people of Nigeria. So he has no other oath to any person. Apparently referring to Bola Tinubu, where many people are now saying that he was a betrayer. People are saying that because of what they heard on the surface and the battle that have been in between Bola Tinubu camp and Osibajo that started 2019. No, it really started around November 2018. Okay. The battle that was if it were to be properly prosecuted, or if the to be uniformity of purpose, Osibajo would have been relieved of his duty, but how that could have been so possible would have been another problem because it would be constitutional matter, and the case of Atiku Abubakar and Obasanjo or PDP or whatever, the Supreme Court had laid the matter to rest because the immunity that covers the president covered the vice president. But then it was meant to mar his name. Either he was involved or not, it's not what I'm saying here. But my knowledge tells me that that battle was to disgrace and finish Osibajo. And I personally called a man on the phone from the Bola Tinubu camp and said, what is happening to Osibajo? Can't you guys rise up and defend him? He said, rise up to defend him. Are we the one who sent it to go and do so things? I won't be able to say it out here. Then I said, Osibajo is one of you. It's your son, so to say. Then he replied that, okay, wait on that so until he goes to So, please, let me not say that. So, not too many Nigerians know about all these things. So, they will conclude now that there is a betrayal. But Osibagio has said nothing like betrayal. Then, President Muhammadu Buhari telling us terrorists will soon end. It's talking about the Boko Haram and Kwanko. I don't know how many Nigerians will believe in. And the indicators must be there. DDCs must be there. So, I don't want to waste my time talking too much about that one. The plan against Tinubu is progressing. What plan? Jeremiah chapter 37 verses 11. The Bible says God talking to us now. I know the plan I have towards you, plan of good, not of evil, to bring you to expected end. So what plan against Tinubu? What plan is progressing now? We shall bring it under the analysis of the knowledge dropbox. So let us move. Why we disobey Sultan? Okay, the Sheikh has said it that 2 times he has said the Sultan, not the moon will be sighted, then he will say the moon is not sighted. And he used the language. Let me just mention that language. This is item number 5, am I right? Mm-hmm. Menu number 5, item number 5 on the menu. Just a moment, I will still come down to it. Okay. Item number 5, where are you now? Okay. The language he uses, that's the sheikh that declared his own and celebrated it. He said because they cite, I quoted the communities where they cite the moon. But the Sultan, who is the custodian of the Islamic faith in Nigeria at least, did not see it. He said, he then, look, okay, let me put it this way. I want to quote the Oga. In 2011, a similar incident happened. The new moon was sighted in many places and we duly reported to the committee. And when they presented their report to the Sultan, he kicked against it. This was the reason why the chairman of the committee, the Professor A.A. Gwandu, resigned at the time. And there was a time the moon was sighted at Mabera area and it was communicated to the village head of Mabera, who in turn forwarded the report to the district head of Gagi. And the district head called the secretary of the palace severally without response. He then wrote to the Sultan, but the Sultan replied that the new moon would only be sighted the next day. I saw the reply. We can't obey someone who is disobeying Allah and his prophet. Meaning, this man said he did what he did because he will not obey somebody who is disobeying Allah and his prophet. Okay, these are the main things. Let us move to which area now? Oh, Lawa. There are reasons why Lawa, not only Lawa, 3 others will pick their phone. Those 3 others will now join Yaya Bilu because they are not done. There's a reason why they are going for this. All right, having said this, I think we just have to move now to what we call the knowledge dropbox, which we shall turn into history now. The knowledge dropbox, 7 years, 12 trillion. Security remains elusive. Because I said I will bring this up as a follow-up to the clip, the video clip we just heard. And I will lay down the expenditure level, first of all, for 6 years. Then, statically, each allocation that goes to the military, I want to be generous. I added to the percentage. It's not up to that. The military spends less than 30% for capital. Then 70% for recurrent expenditure. It means, where is that 70% of the recurrent going? How is it being spent?
Mostly wages?
Wages, allowances, toilet allowance, toilet roll allowance, soap allowance, skin allowance, beauty and beautiful allowance, and this, etc., etc. So with this, can we win this war? No. I do thank you very much for your development of words. You told me that the cash cow is never slaughtered.
No.
Because if you slaughter it, that's the end of the cash. So it is a rip-off on Nigerians. It's a rip-off for the business. Who do we blame? Look, for example, the last chief of Air Force Staff. He has gone to pick his ticket now to run for governorship of Bauchi State. He will pick it. After all, when the Air Force was to build a university, he took the university to Bauchi to put it there. And given the calculation of 5 years, accumulatively running of billions every day, because their own was not a monthly, every day, a little exposition was done on that, whereby they was to be charged to court. All the charges, all the amount of money, I got them, I have them in my library. So there is no way this thing, the war will end. There is no way we can stop this thing. And who do we blame? I think, without apology, but with all senses of humility, I submit that the Nigerian people should hold their, not president alone, but he is the president and commander-in-chief of the Nigerian forces. Who did not know that the buck stops on his table?
Right.
Who will keep on giving excuses and giving excuses. So President Muhammadu Buhari, you led us into this situation.
So he has to lead us out. But given the time,
he cannot lead us out again. Forget about these promises that insurgency will soon go away. I mean, the man told you the fact that I am tired. I have nothing to add anymore. I've done my best. This one now, I think by tomorrow, those statements are not originated always from Lai Mohammed, but from Garba Shehu and Femi Adesina. They will now say that the reason why President Muhammadu Buhari could not put an end to either the insurgency, the banditry in the northwest, spread it to north center,
yes,
and school, is the guru. Is the guru.
No more Bishop Kuka.
They find the excuse with every individual whenever you tell them the truth. But either is the guru or not the guru, the whole world know what is happening. That Muhammadu Buhari could not give accountability. He released the money. Nobody is saying he's sitting sharing money with any person. No. He released the money, but he never asked that where is the money. Even when his own national security advisor admitted that they've blown off the money, and the newly appointed chief of army staff admitted much, even in the National Assembly, when questioned that, what type of question are you asking me? Don't you know the people you should ask this question? The committee report, that was a different committee that was set up and investigated the whole thing and pinned the whole thing on those service chiefs, including the chief of defense staff. Put it them, and this thing was in the purview of the National Assembly. And they now brought this new appointment, and they were asking, what did you do? Then the man went banana in the typical military way where you touch their brain. He said, what type of question are you asking? Don't you have the facts with you? Is my name Buratai? The man went as far as saying this.
And coincidentally, was it not shortly after that we had to lay him to rest?
Operation Take the Wind. Please read Obasanjo book, Command or something. The book he wrote about the Civil War, where he narrated a lot of things. My Command. Read it. You will know what they call, what he brought into the scenario that made difference between what Brigadier General Benjamin Adekunle left, which he called Operation Till the Wind. So immediately after that, that gentleman who decided he will finish, he took a decision that he will finish the Boko Haram insurgency. He will finish the Northwest, and he would have done it. They must not. You told me just now that the cash cow must not be slaughtered. So when that cow of promise, of hope, who said, "Is my name Buratai? Why are you asking me this?" He walked out of the National Assembly. When the cow was slaughtered, the promises, did they come to pass again?
No.
That's the irony of it. All this, who are we holding responsible for this? My president and my commander-in-chief. Whatever Sadiq, whatever Buratai, whatever Congo collected, whatever Alonisaki collected, carried to Ikiti or carried to whichever place. It's not my business. The man who laid the way out for them is the president, who did not know that the box stops on his table. You release money and you did not ask questions. And when when a committee submitted a report to you that told you these people never spend the money on anything, your national security advisor put it more politely that maybe the things they imported from Europe or America, they are still on the sea after 5 years. You did not rise up to question anything. Then you tell me that you are fighting. There must be other reasons why President Muhammadu Buhari is going the way he went.
Yes.
Because to me, he went. No day. No day. All right. Now let us take it like this. I want to bring the percentage to a point. A breakdown of the Nigeria security budget in the last 6 years. We should be assessing 7 years. But the facts I pick from the government books and co stop at 6 years. 6 years. I have the 70, but I will not touch that. The year and the amount. 2015, 969 billion was allocated. 2015. Was allocated. 2016, this is the takeoff of Buhari. 1.06 trillion was allocated. 2017, 1.40 trillion was allocated. 2018, 1.35 trillion was allocated. 2019, 1.76 trillion was allocated. 2020, 1.78 was allocated. 2021, 1.97 trillion was allocated. I deliberately don't include the one of 2022. But if you want to take it, take 1/3 of what the man spoke about. That is number 2. All these are without other infractions. For example, when $1 billion was picked out of the ecological fund, it was for these purchases. Yes. Nobody gave account of it. Neither did Buhari, President Muhammadu Buhari, bring the matter before the Council of State, because the governors ought to be party to it. And it was not budgeted for. So it was an impeachable offense. But then, we wallow in silence, we slept in silence. All right. This is this knowledge bust up. I said knowledge bust up, knowledge dropbox, as it affected the military, the money, the gun. There are more details. I will bring them up later on. Or I may be able to push it onto my website, but generously put it within the domain of Friends of the Guru. Thank God you are a friend of the Guru, so you are not going to miss out. You are not going to miss out. Now, the what did they call? What did we call this one? The just a moment, please. Number item of
on the menu.
Bola Tinubu. Item number 4. time is no more in my favor. But shall I rush it? How the plan against Tinubu is progressing? In the other way round, one may put it and capture it the beginning of the collapse of Tinubu empire. Please permit me to say it boldly here. There is difference between empire. No, there's difference between dynasty, empire, and kingdom. Empire have always been created in all across the world. Mostly in Nigeria, they establish empires. Dynasty are what you don't see too often all over the world. Kingdoms or chiefdoms, they are common property of governors to bring something closer to the people. But there are differences running from one to the other. The Oyo Empire was there, which moved up to the part of what we call North today, which moved to Dahomey Republic. Let us not go for that narrative today. Let us. Ahmed Bola Tinubu created an empire, political empire, ipso facto. He created it. The other way to put caption of this, which how the plan against Tinubu is progressing. This is how the Vanguard newspaper put it. If you look at it, you can rephrase it as say the beginning of the downfall of Bola Tinubu empire. Now, the first thing is APC has atomized politics, monetized politics by 100 million, and the chairman has said, I have no regrets. You can just imagine that if 10 people pick the form, that gives you
1 billion.
1 billion. But more than 10 people will pick it. That's not where we are going. What is that plan that is against Tinubu that is progressing? Because that is the caption of the thing. Monetizing the politics in Nigeria as now ordained by APC is not targeted against Bola Tinubu.
No.
But it comes to showcase that the more you can steal from the Nigeria coffers, the more opportunity you have to become the next. That is why when in Africa, those who steal, they don't kill themselves like in Japan. They don't jail them like they don't kill them like China. They don't jail them like Europe, but they put themselves up for political offices, content, and they win. Now, do you know that just if the day the form matter opened in APC headquarters, one politician walking there with $75,000 in his pocket.
Oh, wow.
$75,000. Who need to ask now, where is the evil where is the evil coming from? And somehow, maybe he wanted to put handkerchief from his pocket. This $75,000 dropped.
Came out.
Dropped. Before he said, hey, my money. The money is vanished. You can say among the big Nigeria politicians, there are big time thieves. Otherwise, what will make a politician to walk into the headquarters with $75,000 in his pocket? $75,000. You know, you have always passed your mathematics, and even the exam you wrote yesterday was so you pass your mathematics again. Give it to me at the official, which is black market rate of 585 times 585, $75,000.
in Naira currency, that would be 43,875,000 Naira.
Okay. You made it at 585?
Yes.
God bless you. So, this is what happened.
So approximately 44 million Naira.
Then, this is happening within APC that is ruling Nigeria today. Okay. Bola Tinubu, what is happening? Now, the case of Bola Tinubu is a case orchestrated from 3 different platforms. The case of you are not going anywhere is what I'm analyzing. 3 different platforms. And in the beginning, the other day, I analyzed the matter and say Bola Tinubu had been able to build bridges. But we question 3 stages: the structure, the substructure, and the superstructure. And I ended by saying here that these 3 important
components
were not under Tinubu's control. Were not under. He constructed, he built this thing, but these 3 prominent components were not under his control. They are outside his control, and it is being outside the control that things may run against him. He built them. For how many years he sustained Lawal? But Lawal is picking his ticket. Maybe on Wednesday.
Maybe Lawal wants to run on his behalf.
Aha. Now, then from the southwest, Osinbajo came out. Ibikule Amosu, former governor of Ogun State, came out. Fayemi, Governor Kayode Fayemi of Ekiti State, he may be declaring this Wednesday or Thursday. Is coming out. Fayemi had been the favorite of the governors forum, but he has lost prestige in that. Then from the southwest, the factor of Omishore should be seen, and it might be seen as working against Bola Tinubu for many reasons. Omishore is not the secretary of the party. Omishore is most likely to pitch tent with Fayemi Kayode. But that does not mean that Fayemi is going anywhere. He's going anywhere. But that reduced the 6 states of the Southwest. Earlier on, Lagos is standing. Southwest is one, or would have been one for Bola Tinubu. But the Afenifere were not too good on the candidature of Bola Tinubu. So when the Afenifere are saying it with all emphasis now that let the thing go to Southeast, yes, it is a good equity. But then there are underneath correct water flowing. Then the Southwest now, Lagos remain for Bola Tinubu to some extent. Oyo is not Bola Tinubu.
No. That's a PDP state.
Ogun was supposed to be for Bola Tinubu. I use the word was because now it is not most likely.
Given what the governor, Dakwa Abiodun, said.
What Dakwa Abiodun said, that's number one. Given the fact that Ibikule Amosu had picked ticket from the Southwest, from Ogun State, and the closest of all of them from the Southwest to President Muhammadu Buhari is Ibikule Amosu. It was Ibikule Amosu that Bola Tinubu sent the other day to bring Muhammadu Buhari in to APC. Oyo, Osun. Okay, Bola Tinubu has that. But then, that will not say that the brutalization that Aregbesola had, he will not fight back. So it is going to be Aregbesola factor, Oyetola factor. Oyetola is cousin of Bola Tinubu. Then We have gone to Ekiti. We have discussed that. When Bola Tinubu was accumulating the empire, it went around the whole of the southwest.
We've not said Ondo State.
Ondo. Oh, Ondo State had never one day be Bola Tinubu. Because in the beginning, first tenure, Bola Tinubu resisted Akeredolu. When Akeredolu was to come second time, Akeredolu danced to meet Bola Tinubu. Mm-hmm. Bola Tinubu danced, meeting him somewhere on the road. Because Bola Tinubu knew that his time to prosecute his life ambition was coming nearer. And he will lead Akeredolu. And Akeredolu sent somebody to him. Bola Tinubu sent somebody to Akeredolu. So the plan is progressively moving. It is likely that the empire, as against expanding, is contracting. I leave it there today because my people must come in. Please.
The part 2 of this knowledge Dropbox will be very interesting because this week will be filled with a tsunami of political.
Didn't I call it tsunami had arrived in Nigeria?
Oh, you said it. I'm just using your words. Re-echoing a tsunami of political players entering the arena.
Only God can help us.
And the more the players, the more the money. Little wonder this will be the most expensive in our history.
And for the fact that all of them are leaving government to go and buy the form. Minister, this tells you how much of our money they've been able to take away within this past 7 years. If the military took their own, the other personnel dramatists, do you think they've not taken? Please open the line.
Thank you very much, Guru. Let's get talking. WhatsApp 0809-234-5913. That's a number you can use to call us, 0809-234-5913. You can also call us on 0809-191-3913. There's also 015150-913 and 015151-913. Both of them are landline numbers. You can use those to get to us. Twitter is at Lagos Talks 913 as well. Join the conversation with the hashtag Adu and the Guru. Let's start with the phones today. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. What's your name, please, and where are you calling from?
Adu, morning, the Guru, good morning. This is Akban speaking.
Akban, my man.
How come that your voice keeps changing? Go ahead, please.
The Guru, I collected looted phone, so it's choking me. The Guru.
Yes, sir.
Basket mad won't start to leak again. Oh. We have to be very careful. The Guru,
yes,
the fact you have is too much. If my people want to learn and Nigerians are listening, there is no point of shouting. It's just to just vote all of them out. All. From the local government chairman to the president, all of them, they should go. And the Guru, when the former chief of army staff said, why should you ask me such kind of question? A big bird fell from the sky and people died. Because we don't like the truth and we don't like good people. Most of us, I will not say all Nigerians. Those that lead us does not want the right thing to be done. And there is no way you want to keep secrets when there is sun on earth. The Guru,
yes, sir.
Long life for you.
Thank you. God bless you.
I will blow whistle against you one day.
No problem. No problem. Thank you.
Well, says the man who was choking by. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, Mr. Adu, good morning.
Can you turn off your radio, please? Good morning.
Yeah, the radio is off, sir.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, the Guru, good morning, sir.
I salute you, please.
Yeah, Peter Monson is my name from Shomolu.
Yes, please, go ahead.
It's very, 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 very interesting. I won't say disappointing. I won't say distressing. I say very interesting. These are the people that are ruling Nigeria today. And these are the same people that still want to come back so that they can hide their financial atrocities, so that they can remain under immunity forever and die in immunity, so that they will not be probed for them to cough out all this money that they have stolen. The good is very interesting in the fact that the same person you say is the chief of army staff, you had all these allegations even from Mongonu, and the same person you give ambassadorial position and send him to another country to go and cool down there and enjoy the money, then you are the president of Nigeria. Then you come to the security aspect of it. The same man that 400 names or more than were sent to him, that these are the people sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria. You keep the names to your chest. You don't expose them, you don't arrest them, you don't try them, and then America sent. Then terrorists are troubling Nigerians, and then they are taking places in Niger State, collecting tax, giving in marriage, determining how much should be paid as bride price. Then a retired general is our president, and his subordinate want to still come and rule us. Nigerians, even if they are on drugs, that they cannot know what the evil they have done, we are not on drugs. We will be sensible, and we need to vote them out and make sure none of them from APC come back to rule us. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
Yes, my name is Doc Peters. This is my first time of calling the Guru and the Ado.
Oh, hold on.
The bell.
Ado, give me my bell. These are the people to be celebrated. Oh, what do you call your name?
Doc Peters.
My name is Don Peters.
Oh, Don Peters.
Yes. Thank you, the Guru.
Thank you.
I've been a very big fan of yours. I've been listening and trying to call, but the traffic is always very heavy.
Yes, that's true.
All right. My take will be on number one will be on allowance. The truth is this. Even if Lawan is contesting under the PDP, which I have a support for, I will never campaign or support him. Why? Because Lawan told the whole world who cares to listen that he will continue to approve the road for Buhari. Why? Because Nigeria is a poor country. And the last time I checked, Nigeria is never a poor country. It's just that we have a docile leaders who cannot think out of the box and who cannot even put their thinking cap to utilize everything the Almighty have blessed us with. But they are just there collecting loans and squandering it and using it for all sorts of things. There is no way I can support Ahmed Lawan. Number two is on the APC. There is no way Nigerians can continue to support these people. Why? Because a party who cannot manage a single house, just a single house, money is missing in their secretariat, they cannot account for it. It's missing in dollars, it's missing in naira. Just a common house, they can't trace it. And those are the people who will continue to lead Nigeria. 36 states with the federal capital territory. And the whole of local government and the 200 million people. They want to manage our affairs. How would they account for it? Since they can account for what is happening in a single house. So there is no way these people can continue. They are so corrupt and they are even corruption themselves. That party should be called a corruption party. Why? Because you can see what is going on in Nigeria. They can't account for anything. The Guru, believe you me, I'm enjoying you and I'm enjoying your analysis. God will continue to bless and keep you and continue to guide you with more wisdom and understanding of things. Amen. Thank you very much, because it is only you that I see that have the interest of this country at heart as a journalist. My brother, you always let the cat out of the bag. Amen. I'm praying for you and my children are also praying for you.
Amen.
Thank you a lot and God bless you.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Don. Okay, you are on already?
Yes.
I was going to say something about the name Don.
Yes.
It reminds me of Don Corleone.
Oh.
The Godfather. Go
I
ahead.
think that's one of your favorite books, if I'm not mistaken, because you refer to it quite a lot. Let's read from our friends with a pen.
Please go ahead.
Remember, the WhatsApp line is 0809-234-5913. You can use that to join the conversation with us, and let's get talking, okay? This person says, good morning, Ado and the Guru. I think we need to take the statement of Buratai in proper context. This is Idowu from Ikorodu speaking. He said, what he said is that we can't win the war against the insurgents through military operation alone, especially in a situation where members of the community were sympathetic to the cause of the insurgent and provided them cover, give them information about the movement and operation of the military, and that if this continues, then the war will not end anytime soon.
Thank you. Thank you for your interpretation. Go ahead, Adu.
He said, I'm interested in knowing. So, if the community are aiding and abetting, who are the Boko Haram people killing?
Oh, your thought.
I'm just asking
You
questions.
cross-check it. Hold on.
Yeah.
Please, this is not the time to call the number. You should listen. We are on air now. Please go ahead.
Samuel from Aja says, good morning, Saint Adu and Guru.
Saint Adu.
Oh, you're giving me a new title today. It says, God bless you and enjoying the show.
Saint?
Yes, because he called me a saint. So he's going to say,
Oh, of course, you are the deputy pope, Africa and Asia regions.
hey, God. Oh. Sam from Satellite Town says, Guru and Adu, good morning to you. I know that the vice president's position was facilitated by the man Tinubu, according to rumors. Before now, is the vice president saying he has never heard this from him to say, or his supporters to deny all this? Why is it now that they tell Nigerians that Arigbe, Shola, etc., were the ones Tinubu? I don't. Your message is incomplete, Sam.
But they should know, I did not say betrayal or no betrayal. I only mentioned what happened within a period, and I measured the months to which month that it happened. That we should put all this on the table. But whatever happened, his appearance is not to the interest of continuation of Bola Tinubu. I said this, his appearance on the scene, and I started measuring others. So go ahead.
Peter Newland from Kirikiri Town says, good morning, Adu and the great Guru. APC government and Nigerian army using our Commonwealth for personal gain, no accountability with the funds given to them to purchase machinery against the unabated insurgency. Guru, please, don't you think that Uche's business is being threatened because of his kind gestures by serving you and your team every Monday with garlic and ginger? Reason because you always hit them with the truth they don't want to hear.
Okay. I will tell Uche not to. Thank God I'll be cutting it short, so that he can be at peace.
All right, let's go to our friends on Twitter and they're joining the conversation here. Aditi Jadikboiga says, those who stole and stacked so much money as if Nigeria is about to extinct during IBB's era, where are they now? Karma has dealt with them. That is why I sympathize with today's looters disguising as leaders. Karma is waiting for them. I honestly sympathize with the APC aspirants desiring to get the party ticket. Their hopes and dreams lie between the body language of President Buhari and the consensus nomination or decision by the owners of Nigeria, he says. Okay. Rotimi Lawa says, Dear Adu and Guru, this program is about facts. Please correct Madam Anne. We all know she's pro-Buhari, but she should know that JJ didn't disperse excess crude accounts. He was dragged to court by the governors, headed by Rotimi Amechi, and the court ruled against GEJ. Okay, but I don't think Madam Anne has called today. Has she?
No, he hasn't.
One more from Twitter.
No, what this person want to prove was that because Anne is always pro, so he brought something that is against. Please, all of us should talk to Jeju. What do you call him?
GEJ.
GEJ. Good luck, Ebele Jonathan.
Yes.
Who is coming back? All of us should talk to him that he should avoid the last place of dishonor.
Adis Alade Sami Adegoroye. I got it.
Alade Sami Adegoroye.
Yes.
Got it where?
It says, please, Adu, remember APC has never won presidential elections in Ondo State, and I can say Ondo State categorically isn't for Bola Tinubu.
Of course.
YK says, Guru, can you explain better the $75,000 falling from someone's pocket? That would be 7 packets and 50 pieces of $100. Am I missing the metaphor here? You don't. No, you can have $1,000 bill.
There is
one. There's $1,000 bills, so you can have 75 of them. That's
even the $100 bill you can have.
Phone numbers coming. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you.
Cole is my name, calling from Bagada.
All right, Okoli, go ahead.
Guru and Dad, thank you very much.
Salute.
The scenario we have listened to this morning is like that piece from Things Fall Apart. Turning and turning in the widening gyre. The falcon cannot hear the falconer. And that led to things falling apart, whereby the center cannot hold. I think we are getting somewhere, and I thank God for that. Well, members of the National Assembly are also taking interest in other political positions. The punishment still remains for all of them. I hope that the Nigerian people will join hands at it. We are not going to let go. These people have messed us up so much. So many things. So many things. Is it the ASU strike? Is it what? And please, Guru.
Yes, sir.
Please, for the presidential candidates, there must be every attempt to interview all of them vigorously. This ASU issue must be one of it. Because we cannot just destroy this country. The ASU thing is for everybody. It is not just for very few people. It is for everybody. John Major once said, giving his priorities for Great Britain, he said, it is nothing but three: education, education, education. We must have to get somewhere. We have left this country in the hands of plunderers. But the National Assembly should not be forgiven, and it still remains hashtag punish them at the post. No matter where they go to, whether in the National Assembly or wherever, they must not win this election. We are coming up with how best to monitor each of them wherever they are going to. Never. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Hello. Turn off your radio. Call us back.
Hello.
Hello.
Prince Wise.
Hello.
Hello. Prince Wise, can you hear us?
Are you hearing me?
Okay, I can hear you now. Go ahead, please.
It's Naguru in the studio.
No, it's not.
Guru, how are you?
It's with you at Amuodofi.
What? Your this thing, chicken, ogunfe, everything. See how I'm expecting you and Guru to come into my house.
Okay.
Are you coming?
In the next 20 seconds, we'll be with you.
If that goes on the road, just take aeroplane or helicopter to fly to my area. No.
Myself and Adu, we have the art of power. We will power. Go ahead.
Okay, your publication this morning about Southwest. I think all of them, they will share the vote of the delegates. And Bola Tinubu will take a lion's share. But all those coming up, I cannot call them a spoiler. But for me, it did not come to me as a surprise. A politician, majority of them are so greedy. Because from beginning, when you talk APC today, Bola Ahmed Tinubu have a lion's share. CPC is part of it. Because they are the one who brought Buhari come to join the party. So it's the party pushed together come 2014, and nobody will tell me that since that then Tinubu don't have ambition. He has ambition. When ACN was in place, in fact, this man Atiku to come and run that his party, you allow him. If he bring Ribado under his party, he run on platform of that party. But where the man is expecting the best chance for him to come out, so they want to scot it. As it is now, Bola Tinubu still remain my first candidate. I have 4 of them.
Okay.
Number 2,
bridge it up.
Atiku. Number
Prince,
4,
bridge it up.
will be
time.
Within the 2 political parties.
Okay. Okay, thank
because
you.
all the remaining parties, political parties, whether to Antianti,
okay, thank you very much. This is much we can take. This is Prince. Prepare our food. The next now, we can make it in 7 seconds.
Prince is quite excited. So the holiday frenzy is making him want to keep on talking and talking. Let me read a few messages before we draw the curtain. This is coming from Tony. He says, so sad that this regime took us back to a calamitous state in all sectors of our national life. They have nothing to offer. This one says, Guru, you will not die, but you will live to enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Amen.
Only people like you. Sunday speaking from Aja. This
thank
one
you.
comes
Thank
from St. Francis from Agor Palace Way. He says, good morning, Guru. Oh, he calls you media guru, actually.
Okay, media
of our
guru.
time. Your analysis accurate. Tinubu Ahmed will be disappointed at the end of the APC primary because he'll be disgraced and sent to political retirement. He should think twice and withdraw from the race.
Here we are. 2 more minutes. And those 2 minutes, we can't spare it for anything anymore.
No, we can't.
Than taxing off in preparation for people. While we talk of the last 2 minutes, let me talk to this person. Thank you for calling, but you are calling the wrong number. You are calling this number at the wrong time. I know this person is be trying to get us through the lines because the lines are so busy. So you want to no, this is not the participatory line for this station while we're on air. This line, I give it for any other thing, and I gave instruction there, or let me say, I gave advice there, instead of you to call short messages. But having said that, because we have less than 1 minute to take off, now I do thank you very much for a good job.
Yes,
Oluwaferomi, Beleo, thank God that malaria is gone. Then, Friends of the Guru, today is 2nd day of the month of May 2022. Yesterday, Friends of the Guru, one of us put 2,000 naira into the account, maybe for only me or something, because there are few who offer that they will be paying above that monthly and they'll be keeping it up. So, but this month we will do our calculation again, like as I did last month when I traveled the journey that cost 1.something million naira. That the Friends of the Guru contributed 122,000, which I appreciated. But we need to do more than that because this is a very, very Herculean task. And if either you are looking for information, either you are into investigation, either you are into movement, it costs you money. Without you, Friends of the Guru, I won't be able to do anything. I will be coming here to recycle myself, which will not be to your favor, which will not be to your glory. You will not be glorified. So please, the numbers now we have 4,030 something members, 4,000 plus. If only even half of that can do the needful, it will move. So rushing to join is very, very good. Join Friends of the Guru is good. But what brings meaning to it is your monthly contribution, which is pegged to minimum of 1,000 naira. With that one, the effort, the zeal of rushing in wouldn't be able to push anything forward. So let us display more on that in practicality, because the Guru is running against time to get things, and we need money. But I want to thank all of you. By on the 15th of this month, I will look at it and I will tell you so are coming. I owe you a duty to do that. I'm very, very grateful. Follow me on Twitter at Godwin_Buebu, then Facebook Godwin Etaki Buebu. Visit my website, which is www.godwintheguru.com. Then of course follow me on YouTube. My channel on YouTube is Godwin the Guru. Like, we are uploading one video today. Funny, it is only 5 minutes.
Okay,
I'm uploading into the channel. until you go there and look at it. By the way, how many of you watch the one we uploaded on Friday, which brought the picture of Buhari and Jonathan together? Did you see the analysis? What the tsunami that will happen? So these are the type you benefit by visiting Friends of the Guru. Subscribe and keep touching the button, keep sharing. So I owe you a lot of gratitude, all of you, all listeners of Adu and the Guru on the 91.3 FM. We appreciate you all. Adu, you cannot go now, but please, because if I would quote it, I would say 91.3. But if you go there, if you put the point before the 3, you miss it. So tell Adu, give them grammar.
To listen again on podcast platforms, you type Lagos Talks 913. Okay, it's different from the radio dial of 91.3 when you dial in on the radio set, but on the podcast platform
913, no point,
and you can listen to all the shows.
Thank you very, very much. Of course, I assure you I'll be here with you tomorrow by the grace of God and on Wednesday. But until Monday, when we shall be releasing the Bedus again, keep yourself out of trouble. Bye-bye.